My friend Dominica, who I know from Toastmasters in Oxford, she's also in Thailand and she's also in Krabi by a crazy coincidence. The good thing was that I knew that she was coming here before because we met in another event in Oxford, and then she mentioned this. I'm like, "You're going to Krabi? I'm going to Krabi." And she didn't believe me at, at the moment, but yeah. So we have some overlapping dates, which meant that we hung out last weekend when we went to that PP Island tour, and also then we wanted to meet this weekend because then she's going on to her onward travel. So the plan was something like let's have lunch and stuff like that. But then yesterday, last night, Friday evening, she texted me saying that she's met these Russian girls and made friends with them. Dominica makes friends with everybody, by the way. She's just like that. So she said that they're going to Railay Beach. Railay Beach is another beach here in Krabi. So there's one Aonang Beach, and then there's Railay Beach, which is quite, they're both popular. Okay. So she was going to Railay Beach with them, and she said if I wanted to come and hang out with them. Sure, why not? Well, more friends is a good thing, right? Um, so I thought that because Royal is another beach that I have not explored yet, why not go early in the morning and do like a sunrise shoot as well? And then there'll be two things in one. Nope, cannot be done, sir. Because as I found out very quickly from Google and from practical inquiries at the hotel, that you cannot go that early to Railay because you have to go by boat. There is no other way. You cannot go. It's not accessible by land. You have to go by boat. And the boats here at Noparathara and Aonang, they do not start before 8 o'clock. And sunrise, in case you don't know, was about 6:45 a.m. So I thought, okay, can't be done, then can't be done. Then I'll at least go and meet my friends, meet my friend and her friends. Okay, let's be clear. So in the morning, I did ask, by the way, this is the thing that this is something that Dominica has told me as well, that Thai people would say yes to everything, even if they don't understand what you are asking or what request you are making. So, like for example, here at the hotel, the guy who drives the tuk-tuk, his name is Lai. I asked him, "Can you take me to the not the Noparathara?" I said, "Can you take me to Railay Beach?" So he said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." By this time, I was not completely convinced that it's not accessible by land. So he said, "Yeah, for you, 6 o'clock, sure, no problem." And I said, "Okay, good." And then I found out, but the boats, I said, can you take me to Riley? Try to make sure. He said, no, you can take me to the pier. And then from there, I buy a ticket, then get on the boat, and then go to Riley. I said, but then I will be sitting there. He said, yeah. I said, okay, what's the point then? What's the point of going? Then he said, like, the ticket office starts about 7:30. Like, what's the point? But this is how Thai people are. They are very helpful, but you have to make sure that they understand what you're asking for. But anyway, so this morning, then I got about 7 o'clock, then I went over. So first I went to Nopara Pier, which is closer to my hotel, and it didn't work. Yeah. So when I left, there was nobody at the hotel that was awake. So even the gates were closed. I got out and then I tried to find, because I said no to Lai after that, okay, I'll find something else. Then in the morning, I walked to the corner, and then I stopped at the first tuk-tuk that came by, and it was a girl driving. And then I asked her, like, can you take me to the pier? Navaratara? She said, yeah. I said, how much? And she said, like, 100 baht. Like, like that, 100 baht. Okay. I laughed in her face. She said, how much you pay? So I said, I pay 20 baht when I go from the hotel. She said, okay. And so she took 20 baht what she asked. But the first ask was 100 baht. So be careful about that. In Thailand, whatever they're telling you, it doesn't have to be the final price. You always negotiate. But anyway, so I went to Nuparatharapia and then found out that again the same thing, that it's like they they were willing to take me, but it was like a private tour, and that would be about 1,500 baht. I said, okay, nope, that's not happening. Then I found out that I have to go to Ao Nang to get the boat for Railay. So okay, so I did that. Went to Ao Nang. There are these two different companies who operate the boats. There's one green shirts and blue shirts. So the green shirts were closer to me. And by the way, by that time, I had to actually call the hotel to send Lai with the tuk-tuk to drive me to Ao Nang. It's about 3 kilometers. I did not want to walk that because, well, time-wise, but also I didn't want to walk that. So I got there. It smells nice here actually. This is like very, very nice night air, very cool breeze. Lovely. Um, and it's raining in England. Oh, yeah. So I this story is getting longer and longer. Okay, so I got to Ao Nang, and then from there, not it was so you get the ticket, and the ticket costs 200 baht for a return journey. There's a caveat to that is that if you want to come back late, then you can pay another 50 and then you can come back after sunset, like up to 8 o'clock you can come back. But I did not fancy staying there whole day. So I just took that normal ticket and then you have to wait for a little bit, and then when enough passengers gather, then you get into this what they call a long tail boat, and it's quite a contraption. You have to see that it's like a normal boat, long boat, and then in the back of that they have a long pole, and there's some kind of a propeller attached to that, and then they dip it into the water to make the boat go forward. It's yeah, they use that for a lot of tours as well, other than speedboats. So I got in the boat. It was like maybe 10 minutes ride in the boat. Got to the Railay beach, and then I found my friend in Dominica, and then walked around, took some videos of me walking around the beach and all that, because I've got the tripod, so it's good for that. Then when I met Dominica, Dominica had so she said that our Russian friend Kate, only one of them, others were not there with them this time. So like she's around, she's gonna come back. So then I met Kate as well. She's a Russian girl who is very adventurous, and what we did was that we went from there because Kate knew about the secret beach, and then she said, "If you want to come," so I said, "Yeah. Well, where am I going to stay? I don't want to stay behind at Railay Beach by myself. I had gone there to see my friend, but the secret beach always sounds good because it's good for a vlog." And so we walked about 10 minutes. Yeah, she was not lying about that. It was about 10, 12 minutes maybe, and. Don't ask me directions. I don't know. I just followed Dominica and she followed Kate, and then just we walked through some streets. There was one very industrial kind of beach as well in there, which was quite dirty. Not dirty, but yeah, it was like industrial. So not photo worthy. I took some photos, but anyway. So we got to this beach, which I later found out is called Princess Cave. There is a cave, there's a couple of caves there, and one of them they have some religious decorations there as well. I will see if I can find the story behind those, but otherwise it was just like a cave in rocks, the overhanging rocks and everything. There were some cool picture-worthy scenes there, and there are crazy people there who actually climb those rocks as well with ropes and everything. Yeah. So I'm never gonna do that, but there were people who were doing that. So the beach itself is gorgeous. I've got lots of pictures to prove that, pictures and videos. And there was one special feature there, and that feature was that there was a little island. It's very hard to even call it an island because it was such a small body of land, just some sand there and a big rock behind it. So that was only about maybe 200 meters. I'm not a very good judge of these distances, but I would say it was between 100 and 200 meters. And the special feature that that island had was that there was a sandbar. Okay, in case you don't know what a sandbar is a piece of land, like long between two places sometimes. So sandbar between this beach and that little island. So you could walk